Hello everyone, welcome to the Big Guy Garage. If you're new here, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're returning to watch videos, please hit that share button. We really need your support, but this is what we do here. Classics, rat rods, hot rods, resto mods. So, and also you can jump onto the shop and pick up the clothes, the shirts that help support the channel. But thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And here's your video. It's a big learning curve today, TIG welding. Yeah, I don't know why my camera's not focusing well. Let's not call it a camera. Let's call it my phone. That's what it is. Focus, stupid. There you go. Yeah, these aren't bad at all. My very first one on the other side was horrendous. I mean, it was terrible. I had my... Where's my TIG at? Right here. I had my torch like this when I first started, and it just... Oh, man, it was horrible. I keep dipping the tip. Again, this is very new to me. I've had the actual the 3-in-1, the Everlast, for like 2 years almost now, this December. And I've TIG welded one time to make that sign right there, just goofing around. And now I'm actually using it for real, so. Now I'm waiting for this to cool down a little bit. These are all first passes. I will be doing a second pass over top of all of them. Soak that heat in real nice, and this is all practice. This is the first one. But I still say it's good enough to actually hold the car and everything like that. I myself would never try to sell these with just learning how to TIG. If I ever tried to sell these, which I've been asked 4 times already, these would definitely be 30 thou MIG, full on going. I can MIG real good, but this TIG is going to take some time. You can see I am cutting back into the cup, so I'm getting into it. This one, yep, I'm getting into it. You can see the heat distortion and stuff inside there, so it's getting there. I don't know what this like rust ring is. As somebody told me, it's the impurities coming out of the metal. I am going to have to clean the next one right here, and instead of plasma cutting and grinding to make these fit, I went and paid 15 bucks for a 2-inch hole saw, which should be the dead nut. Yeah, so them ones are gonna be hole sawed on the drill press, but I like this. This is fun on a bun to me. I'm having a good time. One thing I will say before I make the next set, what I'll do is I'll put them in. These things seem to be getting a little too loosey-goosey without me actually bolting them down. And it's just real hard to get the stuff out of it, so that's not the bolt for it, but I got the actual bolts. I'm gonna tighten an actual bolt down on it and get it real good and tight before I weld the next ones too. TIG weld causes a lot of heat. I MIG tack them first, then I'll TIG weld the tops that are up and let it cool down to the point where it's just got a little bit of warmth to it. Like right now, the center of the bar's got a little bit of warmth, but like up here, I can't even touch that. So I'll let it cool down, then I'll flip it, TIG the other top, wait for it to cool down, then pull it off there and start TIGging the sides like this, and that keeps it all very straight. But I am loving doing this right now. My actual God, I keep wanting to call him boss, but he's not really my boss. Let's just say Scott. Scott would absolutely adore doing this. He loves fabrication just as much as I do, and I'm pretty sure he would love to get his hands on the TIG and learn it and build control arms and stuff just like me. So I had my first lower done. right there, ready to go. I don't know if I'm going to paint them or if I'm going to try to see if powder coating's cheap. But this is my second one. It's jigged up, all tight. You know, this is loose on there right now because I don't have it tacked or anything, but I'm done for tonight. But I just wanted to reiterate here. These are the originals. These are made out of stamped, I'm going to say 16th, which is like, I don't know, 14 gauge, maybe 16 gauge. Thin crap. Rubber bushings. No center support, so they twist a lot. Those are the uppers. I'll make them next. But compared to these monsters, these are the bee's knees right here. That was old. I just made myself look really old. But those are awesome. I just cut my finger. So on the next one, I'm going to TIG these up and everything. Then we'll bolt it on to the rear end, set the rear end height. Then we got to figure out the top ones. And hit the button. So I am currently working on the second control arm. Got my ugly TIGs in there. Had to TIG the top first, let it cool. Now I'll unbolt it, flip it, TIG the other side tops, let it cool again. Also, I am working on the rear end, the rotors for it. But I am doing away with the e-brakes because I don't want them, plain and simple. I've never used them. But on this particular rear end, the spring perches are rotted out. So I'm going to have to cut out this part right here, all the way around, and weld in a new cup. I have another rear end for that, no big deal. Couldn't get this broke off at the junkyard, but here I'll apply a lot of heat and a lot of lube and break it free, break it loose, and I will pull my brake lines completely off. Once they're off, I'll pull my axles out, and I will pull the pinion, is that what that is? Pinion, whatever, we'll call it the pinion mount. It's actually the drive shaft mount, and pinion is inside of the rear end. I'm going to pull that, not to pull the pinion out, but to replace the seal that's behind here. Same with the axles, I'm going to pull them to replace the seal back here. The rear end cover is going to be coming off. New seal on that, refill it. I don't want to go chrome because nobody's ever going to see it probably. 1 second, please. It's been a long day. But I am trying to think of a way to make it cool. That's something I would know is there and I will like. For one, I'm definitely getting a new cover. It's pitted real bad, so I'll get a new one. This is all going to get painted straight gloss black. Nothing special. My control arms are going to be a form of red of some kind yet. If I can, I'll match my front calipers, but I don't want to use the $12 can stuff. Let's see here. I have to drill these with the rotors on to fit the smaller Chevy bolt pattern. These have to come off. These are the bump stops. If I can, I'll try to keep them and reuse them. If not, I'll probably get some red ones. I already have poly bushings, or poly, what are they, spring cushions? Yeah, spring cushions that go in here. I have to order these in poly. But, yeah, I have another one of these. It was on the other rear end. This one's going to get took off. Then I have to get a braided line for here, and these little lines braided. I haven't been able to find them sold individually. They want to sell me a kit at $120, which is the front and these. I don't need the fronts, I already got power stops. So, I'll have to see what I can do about that. I think I already found this one for like 18 bucks by itself. And these ones are a little bit more difficult. They want me to build them basically and then use them. But it's coming slow. It's coming slow. So my second lower control arm's all tigged up. Those ones actually look good. I'm not going to show the rest of them because they look like crap. But they definitely will work. They've penetrated good and deep. You can see the heat lines and everything, just like on the other ones. Those two lowers are ready to go. Now, this was supposed to be videos all about building them, so I'm going to keep it that way. I have to clean these out and then put the bushings in like mock style, which means probably going to put them in with a ton of lube to make sure they get back out of there, because they still have to either be painted or powder coated. Bolt them up and then bolt them to the rear end, which is still in progress of being cleaned and stuff. It's over there. So the next step will be getting the rear end on the ground and over here, getting the bushings in these and getting it mocked in with the jack holding it up, with the springs just touching the perches, which I'm probably going to have to fix the spring perches on the rear end before I can even do this. So they're pretty bad. Yeah, so that'll be what's next.